Hi guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. As you can see my screen. That's right, we've got a tier list in store for you today. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, like I said in the intro, we have some tier lists for you. That's right. So, let's see what our tier lists are about this time. We got
Yes,
American
sir.
V8 engines. Thought this would be an awesome topic to do. That's all you do is, or not all you do, but you've done so much engine work on so many different engines that it's just like just about everything about most of these, or at least some things about them. So I guess we can just get started and jump right into our two valve Ford here. So there
Yeah,
is an extra tier here of all reliable, so you can take that into consideration. But I'm pretty sure I already know what two is going to go in that one, or at least what one is going to go in that one.
yeah, I think I already know too.
Yeah.
So, two valve is pretty much going to get grouped up with three valve for me.
Okay.
I really don't think there's much to say. I mean, everyone knows the game's really not that much. Like, until you get the four valve, you're kind of missing out.
Yeah.
So, I don't
I'm
know. They're
deer.
not bad engines
Dang, they
in the
ain't worth
sense.
building though.
I mean, if you want, I like new edges, so I can get just building a NA one. It ain't gonna make the most power, but it would be fun. I think D tier at least. I mean C tier is kind of more where I want it, but there's a lot of good engines here, so
Yeah.
it seems like there's a lot of specific engines. So I'm gonna kind of keep it. Or it might go to F in this list. I don't know.
So have you got the three valve with the two valve then?
Yeah, I wouldn't really put it that far above. It's very easy to swap to a three valve too if you wanted.
Yeah. So we got the four valve, the SVT 46.
Yeah, and that I would put. I'd definitely put it B tier at least. I really like the four valve. It's what the Coyote's based off
I was
of.
gonna say, is the four valve in the body style before the S550, Luke's body style, or is that still
No,
three
that's
valve?
the Edge.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, I got you. Yeah. So we
That's the
were,
Terminators, and Ashton's like uh
yeah,
the non-Terminators. The I can't remember what is his. I can't even remember Mach 1.
yeah, Mach 1 car. So we were literally working on one of these today, the 6.2
Hmm.
Boss.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would say C tier,
yeah, I
just
mean,
because it's still a two or three valve, but I'm pretty sure it's got like some different parts. I might be wrong. I could be wrong about this.
working on it though, that's
I mean,
definitely up
obviously
there.
it's more displacement. I know they're not bad. Like they're okay. You know, I'll keep it C tier. I'm not gonna change it too much.
Did you ever get those plugs put back in and everything all straightened out?
Yeah, they're all it ran. I got it back running. It's good.
Yeah, awesome. So IV aluminum 3A 3.5.3.
Uh,
So what's a IV?
Jesus, you can't talk.
No, what's a
That's
I?
four. So I'm guessing Gen 4.
Oh, Gen
Yeah,
4
because there's
aluminum
Gen
five
3
three.
later. So yeah.
Okay,
Um, I really am gonna put it with Gen 3. It just depends on your application. Because stock ECU, obviously, if you got Gen 4, get the Gen 4. But
yeah.
if you're on Terminator, it really don't matter.
So where have you got it?
So I got it above. I'd say I'd put it B tier.
B tier.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get some hate for putting it there with the four valve, but when you do the same mods from a two to three valve to a four valve or a 5.3, the 5.3 and four valve just responds so much better.
A lot of people are going to disagree, especially because the 5.3 is like that's the go-to LS motor for boost,
Yeah, everyone
especially.
just gets mad about the LS being up there. It's like, dude, for with the price and what you get, it's really good.
Yeah. LS3. Me and you both got one. Well, I got L99, the same thing.
We'll put it with the 5.3, same place.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think you was expecting that, but yeah.
I wasn't because, like so much more, power, they're more expensive, but, you get that more
They're
power out of it.
see, It's really specific because if you're just like, I'm taking these as just the engines alone. If you're gonna buy an engine to put in just like whatever, like you're swapping, that's how I'm thinking.
Okay.
So an LS3 really, if you're gonna do like a bunch of mods, yeah, I could put it in A tier. I'm not gonna lie, but for now, I'm wanting to keep it in B tier because there's some other stuff in this list that I think can go above.
I was gonna say you got me kind of curious on what's gonna get
We
to
can
A and
maybe
S.
move everything down a tier and keep LS3 B tier, and I would be fine with that.
We'll do that because I
Yeah,
really
I could do that
it hurts
because I
seeing
feel
a
like
two
I might
valve.
not be filling up all the tiers if I don't do that.
It hurts me seeing a two valve not an F tier. Oh, we got a LS4, which would be the cast 5.3, right? I
No,
I did have to double check. I'm pretty sure you might want to go back and check that because I had to look
the
too on the LS.
LS4 is in the front wheel drive Impala SS. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure it's 5.7 liter.
five, uh, are you sure? You might
It's an
want to.
aluminum block. Yes, I'm very sure.
Okay, well, we'll call it that then. So I mean, it's not. They're not super impressive. I mean, they're
Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about these. I've never seen one, and I'm not sure if Matt's really ever seen any and done a lot to them, you know?
yeah.
They're really uncommon.
I had to look up a few on this list, and that was one of them
But
for
I
sure.
would just say, D tier just because it's really specific, you know?
Yeah.
I think they're meant to be transverse, but I'm sure you could mount it longitudinally.
What you got on the old C8 LT6?
I'd say S tier.
Really, S tier?
We have a lot to be unseen out of this thing yet, but it is really packing a heap for NA horsepower. Like how much displacement it has to horsepower is stupid.
5.5 liters. So what's it putting down to the crank?
650, I think. Let me double
Seriously?
check with a Google search. Yes, but I mean these things are like coyotes, but on steroids, dude.
These LT engines, dude, they are crazy. These like Gen 5 LT
Yeah,
engines.
5.5. Let's see. It's not saying. Okay, so Redline's 8600, so it's already out revving a Coyote by like 6,000 RPM, unless you're going crazy with the Coyote res, you know.
Yeah.
And then typical LT bore. Oh wait. Here we go. 670 power. Yeah, NA out of a 5.5 liter. You
That
ain't
is
doing that to a
insane.
Coyote. Think about it. You ain't doing that with a Coyote. Like,
That's probably 500 wheel out the box, right?
oh yeah, definitely. Those
Oh my
10
gosh.
speeds. Or no, those aren't even 10 speed. They are let's see. It might say here is what I'm looking for. But they're saying there's going to be a LT7, which is the twin turbo version
Yeah.
in development, I think. So I'm interested in that because that's kind of what we're going to see the potential of this thing from
Yeah.
factory.
If we see a factory twin turbo C8, that's going to be insane. That's going to be one of America's fastest cars. It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's already outdoing GT500s in a straightaway, which they put down stupid numbers from
these
factory.
these demon guys are about to be crying, dude. Uh, my dream engine LS7.
Yeah, everyone loves LS7.
Dude, it
Can't
just
go
sounds
wrong.
so good. Like a 7 liter just has that
It's
deep
it's not
stroke.
even the displacement that makes those engines so good that everyone the displacement helps, don't get me wrong, but what really does it in on the LS7 is the cylinder heads and the rotating assembly, but really the head design.
Why is everybody choosing the LS7 to put boost on, like the drag racing guys,
Well,
using?
for one thing, the LS7 has a lot bigger valve. It's almost a quarter inch bigger than the LS3 valve, I think. It might be
Huh.
an eighth inch, I might be wrong, but it's a lot bigger valve. It's almost like a big block valve and a small block. And then 11-degree head angle, so it means that you have a lot straighter path for air to flow to the valve. It's almost straight. If you look at an LS7 head next to like an LS3, you'll know why they flow so much better. And also, LS7 out the box has titanium rods, so it
Yeah.
revs stupid high.
Its bottom end is already kind of cooking, like ready for you
It is
to come
forged
out the
crank,
box.
titanium rods, and some decent pistons.
You don't see very many LS7s like in Corvettes. Like they're only a certain package came with the LS7, didn't it? A Z06.
The 427 special edition, like the one we got at the shop now,
Yeah.
and then the Z06.
What about the Z51? Did they come with
The
LS7?
Z28 Camaro also got an LS7.
Right. Uh, oh Z. I'm thinking of ZR1. Did the ZR1s come with
No, no,
LS7?
no. That's the LS9.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, so where have you got the 427? Because
I'd
I'm
put an
looking
A
at S or
tier.
A. Yeah, that's
It's definitely, we're seeing more potential out of the Gen 5s. And they don't have a 427. They don't have a big displacement one from factory, but there are people running NA 427 Gen 5s. We're about to do one with a blower at the shop. So,
that'll be cool.
I mean, you're about to see what they can do.
I'm ready.
If his fuel system can handle it, because obviously more displacement means less boost. So,
If I just get
he's
a
going to have
whole
to pulley a little bit, maybe.
If I just get a whole bunch of money, you better believe that's the first engine I'm buying. Crates 427 from Texas Speed.
We got one at the shop right now.
I would have one or LME. You know, I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of blown away by the craftsmanship of their engine. If they have a
Yeah.
427 to offer, diamond.
I really
piston.
like they sent a lot of shirts
Yeah,
and
that was. I was
stuff
telling
in
my
the
coworker about
package.
that big banner. Like,
And then
dang,
the stand they had it on, I like a lot more.
that was nice. I really like their craftsmanship for sure. You don't really hear much about LME either. You know, it's all Texas Speed or like these other guys.
Yeah.
Shout out. Got the
So
Chevy
LS1,
LS1 5.7 buddy.
LS1 has Gen 3 rods. I mean, I just can't put it over. You know what? Let's go D tier. If I want a 5.7, I'll just buy a 6.0 iron block and deal with the weight, like, for real.
Hold up.
You got less compression in your heads. They flow a little better, but they're lower compression. They're like 72cc chamber.
I
They
don't
got some decent valves in them.
I don't see a small block 350. That was going to be overloaded.
GMLT Gen 2 is pretty much the equivalent.
Okay. Well, all right.
Aside from the Optispark, I mean, it's going to get dogged on more than a 350 because of that, though.
We'll consider it a 350 just to give it a chance. But the LS,
All right, that'll work.
where have you got it at? So the LS1 is that
I can't. I'll put it D tier. I can't do it over a Gen 4. I'd rather have a Gen 4. To be honest, it's not that big a difference, but just go 6.0.
Is the LS1 the engine that you told me that it has a very notorious issue with the water leak and it's like right over top of
No, that's the LT1.
Oh yeah, LT1. That's right. The original LT1.
The Optispark, not the distributor.
Yeah. Gen 3 Coyote. That would be Tyler's
Oh
car, right?
yeah, that's A
550.
tier. No, that's Tyler's is Gen 2. And the fact that they're grouping Gen 1 and 2 together really does this thing wrong because Gen 2 deserves to be with the LS3, but Gen 1 is not going with the LS3. Gen 1 is going a little bit lower down. Now, there's potential, but the no forged internals really does me wrong because you can't just bolt the blower to one and really do much.
Yeah, and that's what
You're
these
going to
guys
be
are
really
doing.
limited.
That's what these guys are doing that actually care about their Coyote is they're putting boost to it because the Coyotes just eat it up.
Yeah.
So what should we consider? First or second gen Coyote? Because we're not going to do it justice by trying to split them up.
I'll say second gen.
I don't know why they...
Which I'll put with the LS3 because Gen 2 Coyote really is right there with the LS3.
That's wild that they grouped those two together.
Yeah.
So we got the misspelled Godzilla. So we don't really know too much about this engine yet. They're still kind of messing with it, but I am impressed with
There are some people doing a lot of things with them.
I mean, Cletus McFarland's making, the 1,300 horsepower with a stock manifold. Like, these things, they seem to be pretty crazy out the box, which obviously it's, a 7.3. But I don't know. I'm not super impressed enough to put it at like dream engine status, but I'm thinking like
I'm not either.
B tier, maybe B or C. But no, I couldn't put it with a.
I could put it A tier.
Yeah.
I would put it with like. I would put it over an LS3 in A performance, but there's a lot of potential for both LS3 and 7.3.
I just want to see more out of the Godzilla before I start considering it like God tier engine because there just isn't that much about it quite yet. So here we go with the LT1, Gen 5 LT1. So I don't know. What are you thinking?
I'll put it with LS7.
The LS7?
It definitely has potential. It makes just the 6.2 with like, okay, let's say you stroke it out to 416, do heads cam. Really good mods, good intake, good headers, really quality like port, like just custom ground cam, like really nice NA setup. Maybe fly cut the pistons, deck the heads. Not even talking aftermarket parts here, and you're gonna be making some pretty high numbers. You're gonna be making like almost 630, 640 at that point NA. So
That's
you're
crazy.
not really topping the LS7 in NA, but you're doing good considering the LS7 really is hard to beat in the NA aspect.
Yeah.
And
LT1.
then with boost, aside from piston issues, which obviously why go stock bottom in on boost
What are
nowadays, you know.
what do they put the LT1s in? The 6th gen Camaros?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
really good potential with just a cam and E85. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's just about any build though.
550 wheel out of that.
Got the Gen 3 5.3.
Hmm.
Uh,
D tier,
yeah, not impressed. I mean,
C tier, D tier, it don't matter. I mean,
being able to get a hold of them is awesome. But other than that, I mean, there's just not that impressive.
L76,
Yeah, LS2.
LS2.
No, that Jacob
I'm
has
putting it C tier.
C tier. Yeah, a lot of GTO guys build it. I mean, that's what they
You
got.
get the nice LS3 heads, but you're still stuck with a 6.0, and out the box you get, um, I think, I want to put it higher, but for some reason they just don't seem to do as good as an LS3. I don't know why, but they just don't. And it's not like it's that much difference. I could almost put it with the LS3, but the L70, see, I don't know. The LS2, not as much, but the L76, yes, I would put with the LS3, but we'll treat it like an LS2 and keep it C tier. I really wish they'd keep them different. LS6,
Oh, oops.
yeah, I would put with that.
Yeah.
Because Gen 4 rod's piston, but it is a Gen 3 engine.
So LSA, LS9.
Yeah, I mean, where you got it?
Uh, I mean, it's a lot out the box. There's a reason why uh people like us are seeking out LSAs. They're like a great factory supercharger, and on top of an LS9 no less. I mean, it's a lot to get right out the box.
Yeah, the LS9s are really nice. They got actually one thing no other LS got, which is half-inch mains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the studs are bigger. I think they're half-inch. I might be wrong, but they are bigger than OEM. And um, I think the rods are titanium. I have one apart, but I never took the rod out. So I don't remember if it's titanium or just regular forged aluminum 4340, whatever.
And then you got the rarity of the LS9 on top of that. You don't
Yeah,
get that
which
a lot. That's
the
hard to see.
blower's nicer. The heads I like. They're just like LSA heads pretty much, I think, which again, they flow more. They're a little more compression or a little less.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got them right there with the 427. I wouldn't really put them with a LT6 because that LT6 is just decimating.
Yeah. Uh, got a Gen 5 LT4, LT5. So, I mean,
See, the
C7 over here.
LT5, I'm gonna consider this LT5
Yeah. Might as well.
because LT4 you don't really see people buying those. You see people just building LT1s.
Right, right. I mean, there's such a
You don't
market.
really seek out a LT4 over an LT1 because it's the same displacement. All you gotta do is throw some rods and piston.
Yeah.
But anyways, LT5 is a little different story because it gets the 2650 blower that makes stupid numbers at the factory. They lied about the power rating of that thing. It makes more like 750, 760 wheel, not crank. And people really just underestimate it because it's like, oh, it's only 100 more than the LT4. That 2650 makes a difference, man. I rode in one. I can tell you, I've rode in some LT4s stock, and the LT5 is outdoing it
Yeah. I mean, we might
for
as well
sure.
consider
I mean,
LT5 just to give it a better
yeah,
chance.
it's really nice. I like it. So I got it with S tier. That is a dream engine, LT5. Anyone would be lucky to have one.
Yeah. We could just consider this a 350 system ain't up here, and I think it is definitely reliable. You know, everything, the GM platform was built on it, so I mean, it is all reliable. That's what they went back to. That's the roots.
I would say F tier.
Really, for the 350?
Yes,
I would
I'd put
say
it right there with
reliable
the
just
four
for
valve, or I mean, three valve or two valve.
it. For the
It'll make
350,
as much power as one for sure. It'd probably make more in A.
probably jump a Coke can, buddy.
All right, now Hellcat, I don't have. I've rode in a few,
They
but
sound
I
cool.
really don't have any experience with. But I mean, we can't lie. It's a great engine out the box. I'm pretty sure it's all forged internals. I might be wrong about the pistons, but
I'd,
they're
I'd,
pretty stout.
yeah. If you want to consider the performance, I would go. Obviously, it's gonna have to go over everything
I'm
in
gonna go
B
A
tier.
tier.
Yeah. Great engine sounds like everything. You can't not
Yeah,
love
the
that.
blower noises.
Whip,
God, I would own one just for that.
whip. It's like the best thing
The
ever.
V6 guys be trying to fake it so hard.
Yeah. The
All right, now we
392.
got 392, which,
If you can't afford a Hellcat, here you go.
yeah, and you're really getting almost a worse version than the 5.7 just because the 392s, respectively, for some reason, just do not hold as much power from my experience.
Really?
They seem to break a lot more with stock bottom end. Like, I don't know why, but they just can't take boost, dude.
Well, with that
Like,
being
you can't
said,
throw a lot at it. I would put it.
D tier.
I would rather have it. I'd say C tier.
Okay.
I can't put it lower in C tier, but I definitely would have an LS3 all day over it.
Yeah.
So
So
I got no experience with the 4759. I think you have all the right to.
that's all reliable right there, dude. I'm telling you.
I kind of figured it would be though.
I got coming up on 200,000 miles. That lifter's been tapping since like 140, dude. That lifter just at this point, I feel like I'd probably damage it worse if I did change that lifter out. It's just like the whole trans fluid thing.
It matches the cam grind now.
It does. It's just they're just one now. They are molded into one. It's like that
Has
memory
like
foam.
no preload
Don't
on
don't
that push rod.
you get kind of your body formed to your own mattress. You just keep it there. You just slide in there better.
Yeah.
That's how that lifter is. He just slides
It just
right.
won't go out the lifter bore anymore, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah. Mopar 6.1. So what
6.1,
would this
which is
be?
the early SRT Challengers got.
Oh,
If I
okay.
think I'm correct, which I'm just gonna lock in with 392, but I do like it a little more.
The 5.7, the original Mopar Hemi, it's definitely worse than the 392s, I would say. That thing, you want to talk about lifter
Nah,
tick? Really?
the 392s are just as bad about lifter
Really?
tick, from what I know, unless they don't have the MDS.
Yeah. Where have you
I
got
got
the
it right there
5.7?
with the 392. They hold boost a lot better, and we've had a few boosted ones that we've touched and tuned, done a few things too. I like them a lot more than the 392 from my experience.
Okay. Well, I had to look this one up, the Caddy North Star. So it's just
That's
base.
all reliable.
I had to look it
If there
up.
could be one below all reliable, it would go there.
Yeah, I had to look it up. It's just basically like a V8 that they put on all the Cadillacs from like the early,
Had a
like,
million problems because I used way too small a head stud with not enough thread engagement.
yeah, I heard they get oil
And
leakage
the
real bad.
starter is under the fucking intake.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh my God, why?
because it's a controlled environment.
That is horrendous.
It's a controlled environment.
Oh my
Okay, I don't want it
God.
to be soaked in oil.
Yeah, or have to replace intake gaskets every time you got to take that thing off and service it.
Diagnosing it. I mean,
Yeah, or that.
Yeah, pull the damn intake to diagnose it. No
I,
thanks.
I'm sure changing the starter out it's really easy after you get that all taken off, but still, that ain't worth it. I'd rather crawl up under that thing all day long.
Hmm.
Uh, so you GT 350.
I don't know why they're not just calling this the Voodoo. Like, who made this?
I don't
The
know.
5.2 Voodoo is what it's called. Anyways, uh, I'm gonna put it A tier,
Okay, that's
but
respectable.
I almost want to put it S tier.
Really,
But
that impressive?
yeah, in A they are stout, man. They're cool, man. I can't list a lot of specs off, but I know they have a lot of potential.
Huh?
Like a stupid amount of potential, especially with boost.
Yeah. We're down to the Shelby 5.4.
I'm really not a big fan of those. That's what's in the early GT 500s from like '07, '08, whatever. That body style.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have them B tier probably. I think they're based off the modular engines, the Ford 5.4 and all that. I think I've never worked on one.
Yeah.
And the 5.8 is the same thing, but I think it's mainly more stroke. And yeah, same place. I mean,
For the Lightning.
honestly, I would build an LS3. The Lightning 5.4, some people are pretty quick with that thing, but yeah, B tier.
Okay.
I really can't put it over an LS3. And
SVT
then
Terminator.
I don't know why it's saying 4 valve when there's already a SVT 4 valve over there, so that doesn't even. That's the same thing. Like, nah,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
yeah, I guess we can move the 4 valve up there, though, really. It really does do good. I would. mm, if I had a 4 valve new edge, I wouldn't coyote swap it, that's for sure.
So in conclusion, there's not a whole lot of bad engines really. I mean, there's a F tier definitely. The F tier is just F tier because they're just like mainly slow and not worth building really. Well,
People do it, and there's a little potential out of like the 3 valve for sure, and the 350, but there's just better options nowadays.
yeah. Especially with like the older engines get, the cheaper they come down. Like the LS3s, they're gonna slowly start to. I mean, that one I saw Marketplace was a heck of a deal, dude.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, with that being said, let's take a quick ad break and we'll jump into our gaming tier list for today. All right. So, I'm kind of working on something behind the scenes with COD Zombies. So I kind of wanted to revisit COD Zombies as a little bit of a fresh taste of it, and do two separate tier lists. This is
Oh,
perks. So that's why there's two. They're both really short, but that's why there's two of them. So I thought this would be kind of cool to do some zombies perks.
yeah. I think we could have some different opinions on some of these.
Yeah, I know for sure there's one that we're gonna have to debate, but Deadshot Daiquiri, it used to be a go-to for me, but after I realized it just increases like that hitbox, right? I mean,
I
just
mean, it just makes you aim for the head.
yeah, I mean like aim
I
better.
can
It's a
already
waste
do
of
that.
money.
It's a waste of a perk slot, so straight F tier for me.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Only time you're on that's when you're doing the rainbow challenge or reverse rainbow.
The double tap is a must-have. That's S tier. Like you can't.
Yeah, so that's the OG double tap though, see?
Oh, I mean, what
The Black Ops 1
double
double
tap
tap.
two? What's double tap two?
Double tap 2 is a new one. Don't put the one S tier. It's like
Okay,
B or C tier. I
so
would say I'd say B tier. It's all right. It doesn't do the increased damage that new double tap did though.
new double
It's
tap
only
is the S tier. You have to have
it's
that for the
double
melee
damage and
class.
fire rate.
Oh,
Yeah, if you're
okay.
chasing high rounds, then new double tap is must.
So old double tap's just fire rate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you're double tapping the trigger essentially. Uh, got electric
Cherry
cherry.
cola.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I think this is the one we're gonna debate on because it's all right, but if I only have 4 perk slots, I am not choosing it over double speed, jug, and It depends on what map we're playing, but Mule Kick potentially. PhD Flopper, I would rather have. Stamina up on certain maps, I would definitely have. Definitely have Vulture Aid too,
We might have to
and
look
Widow's
up who's
Line.
who because I don't know what who's who is.
Oh my god.
I
Don't
guess
even
we'll
talk
get to
about
it.
who's
I guess
who.
we'll get to it. Uh,
Hmm.
Electric Cherry, I was gonna give some pushback, but from
I think
a
B tier.
from a training point of view, it really disrupts your train whenever you do go to reload. It just I'm not big on it. I used to be, especially Mob of the
You
Dead, dude.
shouldn't rely on it, is the thing.
Yeah, it's just gonna yeah. Juggernaut's S tier. You cannot progress
Yeah.
without Juggernaut. Uh, Mule Kick, I'm gonna give some pushback. I hate having three guns. It's just more to cycle
Why?
through. It's just more to cycle through, and it's like I never
But it's
remember.
more ammo.
I know, but like I never remember what gun. So if I have like a wonder weapon that I'm trying to save for bad times, and I'm in a bad spot trying to switch to my other gun, I accidentally pull out my wonder weapon and I waste a shot. Like, oh no, there goes like
That's a
one
you problem.
that that's a you problem. I don't think it's S tier. I mean,
Nah, I think it's B tier, maybe.
I agree. I mean, it's okay. I know it's a preference thing mainly, and it like you said, ammo is probably the most essential thing you would need it for is having more ammo. Uh,
Yeah, two wonder weapons, ray gun and another.
two wonder weapons. I mean, the ray gun technically is a wonder weapon if you look back far enough.
It is a wonder weapon.
Yeah. So PhD flopper, the only one I've experienced is on buried, the whole jumping down the staircase thing. Not, it depends because if you have the ray gun, obviously it's a must. But if you
Yeah.
don't, I mean, like, what's the point?
Yeah, I kind
So
of got it as it really just it's
it's
situational, and that's
objective.
why I got it C tier.
I agree. Like I
I would
said,
rather have electric over most. The only time I would not have electric is if I had ray gun.
yeah. Uh, quick revive. It's kind of situational also because if you're playing solo, obviously you need it. But we're gonna take it from the concept of you're in a lobby with other players. Uh, and
D tier then.
again, it's also situational. If you got a team that's going down constantly, you need it. But that's their problem.
I have bought it if the time called for it, and I was like in a public match on Black Ops 1, and it was just a bunch of noobs.
Yeah. Speed
Speed Cola A tier.
Speed Call is the last perk I buy, but yeah, I agree. It is a must have. If I'm talking about a normal zombies run just on a typical map, I will get Jug, Double Tap, Speed Call, and Stamina. Those are my four perks that I always have.
And now we got stamina.
That's a must have for
Now
me. I don't care what
I
map
would
it
put it
is.
A tier
Yeah,
over. I would definitely have it over OG Double Tap and Electric Cherry.
yeah.
More stamina, obviously. Great on transit. Just
Great.
great if you're speed running and shit
I mean,
too. I mean, just doing
Origins is a
whatever.
must have. You can't play Origins without stamina up. Uh,
Yeah, Tombstone is debatable for me because you can do some glitches with it.
it's handy, but if you don't die, I mean, like you don't need it.
But I mean, I'm never gonna choose it over any other perk, so I got it with.
I got it with Flopper.
I gotta go F tier, dude.
Really?
I mean, I'd rather have a quick revive.
Yeah.
Vulture 8, I got B tier.
Yeah, well, you get
I really
ammo with
like
it
how
too.
I like how the green clouds keep you not getting attacked from zombies. That's OP.
You getting ammo
So if
from
you
it
kill
too?
zombies on you and one of them spawns a cloud, they won't even run after you if you're like trapped in a corner.
Was Vulture's Aid only on or mob buried?
Yeah,
Yeah, that kind of sucks. That was a good perk.
it was. I really liked it.
Who's who? You're gonna have to fill me in on this one.
Die Rise. And you know what it is? When you go down, you spawn in with a pistol, and you gotta run and revive your body with the zombies still there. And you keep all your perks, but who's who?
What?
Yeah, and it's on Die Rise, so you gotta parkour around usually.
Oh
And
my
you usually
god!
die jumping around. It's straight F tier.
Like
Bottom
top
of
of
F
F
tier.
tier.
Like you never buy who's who.
God, that is horrible.
Vulture's 8, I got A tier.
Yeah, yeah. With you getting ammo, it's got to be A tier. You know, ammo
Oh,
is
my
so
bad. I meant
essential.
Black Widow.
Oh, okay. Well, I got Vulture's A top of B for sure. I
Yeah.
would lean into A. Widow's Wine, I'm not a big fan, but I understand I'm kind
It's
of this.
really OP because it's electric cherry, but what you actually want.
But if you get surrounded by zombies and you're in a train, if one slips through that doesn't get hit with the web, you're done because you're trapped in the zombies that are getting attacked by the web.
See, that don't happen to me. That must be my playstyle.
It happens to me every time I run it, so I quit running it because it seems like every time I'd get in a pinch, like it would freeze all the zombies around me, and then one would slip through and mess me up, and I couldn't get out of the pile of zombies. Uh, but yeah, I like this. Obviously that's just foundation right there, and then same like these four perks are
I'm
my
really
four
good with
perks.
this tier list.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Uh, okay, so got through that one pretty quick. Let's jump on over to COD Zombies Wonder Weapons
Ah,
tier list. So I'm hoping you can see my screen pretty well because I probably only have used about a third of these, maybe even a half. I have no idea what this thing is.
I've used quite a few.
So
That one I'm having a hard time seeing right now, though. It's not
it's
really.
it's really old looking. I mean, it's definitely from like the
No,
original.
that might be Black Ops 4 or something, which I do not have experience with, or it could be Advanced Warfare or something.
Okay. Uh,
So I guess we can just leave it F
okay.
tier or something. Like we
We'll
just
just
don't
leave it
know.
there. So what about this? It's like a
The
revolver.
Seraph gun.
Okay. Oh,
That's
okay. The Seraph gun. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it sucks because it has so few shots, but I mean that you can say that about all these wonder weapons.
no, it has quite a few shots actually.
Really? What map was it on? It was obviously on Giant.
Black Ops 3,
Yeah. Uh,
their eyes and drop. I think every Black Ops 3 map.
I mean, I just wasn't like super super crazy about it.
It's a free slot for it though, so I always took that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Kind of like the sword. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I at least gotta have it C tier. I mean,
Yeah,
it
BC.
was there. If you got it early, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah.
They just don't get points or nothing. I mean, we got literally the wonder weapon to have almost.
Yeah, Black Ops 3, you got the Apothicon Servant.
Apothicon Servant, yeah.
I mean that's get the homies out the or let's go revive the homies gun right there.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I I'll put at least A tier, maybe S tier.
I was
I'm
thinking
either
A for
one.
sure. Apothicon Servant's pretty OP. The Blunderbuss or the what's that called? The Acid Gat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never used it, but
Well, is there a Asagat? Scroll down.
I ain't seeing it.
No, so we'll consider Asagat. We'll consider upgraded form, fully upgraded. Asagat OP, one of the best. I would say A tier, but we can maybe move it down to B tier, honestly.
I've never used it, so I'm gonna let you go free willy with yours.
Asagat made them follow the shots, and they would blow up. It had three different shots, and they'd follow it like the crossbow,
That's pretty cool.
and it did a lot more damage.
I don't know
Really
what.
OP. I would almost put A tier, but I'm not sure. So the next one's the Cell 8, or I can't remember. It's off Advanced Warfare's first map.
Oh,
Really can't remember it, so I can't say.
okay. I
And
don't.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
It looks like a scorpion.
It might be Black Ops 4 or like Shino Numa, maybe. I don't like. There's a few. That's the only Black Ops 3 map I never played. Or not Shino Numa. The one that's like Shino Numa. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was probably Black Ops 4 because I don't know. And then that one, I can't remember the name of it, but it's Cold War. Remember? That thing was pretty good. It shot the giant orb out.
Oh. Okay. I'm kind of. Yeah.
It
Huh.
was really good, really, for what it was. I would
Yeah.
put it B tier.
That's exactly where I was gonna put it. I don't know what this is. I kind of just want to call it
I think it's
the.
Black Ops 4 as well.
I mean, just so we can have something else to put up on the board. Do you want to just consider it Hell's Retriever? So I mean, that's kind of like. I mean, that's. What do you think about calling that a wonder weapon?
Well, yeah, I guess we could call it that. And I really like Hell's Retriever. I'd put it A tier. It's a must-have on Mob of the Dead.
Yeah. I kind of.
Grab
I almost,
power-ups with it.
I almost want to say it is because that looks like the background of Mob of the Dead. I want to say it's the one in 4 though, the Blood of the Dead.
Mm,
I don't know. I could be wrong,
maybe, I
but
don't
that's
know.
definitely an axe of some sort. Oh well. Uh,
Something.
So I can't tell. This is from an older Call of Duty. It's like an AK of some sort.
No, I have no clue what that is. It's just
Dang.
the AK.
I thought you'd know a lot of these.
Dude, I
Uh,
don't know half of them I'm looking at.
I can't tell what this is at all. Like, it's so blurry for me. I can
Yeah,
only
I really
imagine
don't
what it
know.
is for you. Yeah. Sorry if this is like one of your favorites. I just can't tell. So we got the fire bow from Deriz or Dazendrock.
I really ain't a fan of the firebow on there.
I'm not either. I'm pretty
I'd
biased.
put it C tier. I wouldn't have it over the Surf pistol.
I'm pretty biased to your
It
void
does
bow
pretty good
here.
damage, but like it's not at the high rounds. It really don't hold up.
I don't know where all the other bows are going to be placed, but I want the void bow to definitely be one of. I feel like personally it's one
I
of the
could say
best
A
bows
tier,
because
maybe S tier.
you being able to like hold it and like charge it up, like those skulls just hang around for so
It's as good
long.
as the Servant, anyways.
Yeah, it definitely it serves the same purpose. It's like you get a like rift of stuff that kind of hangs around, kills multiple enemies. So the wolf bow, uh, I mean,
Is that the wolf or is that the lightning?
it's got to
That's
be
a weird
lightning's got to
color.
be blue. Lightning's blue. Wolf is like
Well,
supposed
wolf
to
bow
be.
is blue.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just weird, anyways. We'll call it the
yeah,
wolf bow, and wolf bow's probably B tier.
yeah. And lightning bow, I haven't. I think I might have used a few times. I feel
It's
like it.
pretty good. I would say B tier,
Yeah.
maybe A tier though. I mean, it could go up.
I'll put it up. I
I
don't.
have no clue what that is either. That's probably Black Ops 4 as well.
Okay. What's so like pixelated? It makes me want to think it's older. Uh.
So I think we're looking at the Zap guns for this next one though.
Okay. So is that from a moon?
Yeah, I really like the Zap guns too. They're cool.
Okay.
You combine them and they all like puff up and explode.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember you showed me that.
it's really enjoyable. I'd say A tier just because if you're on Moon, you taking that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Paralyzer, I'm not a big fan of. It
Uh,
is AIDS, honestly.
Literally the only reason I want it is so I can get in like the glitch spots on Black Ops 2 buried, but I mean that's the only reason. Other than that, it's terrible. Like it takes forever to kill zombies. I feel like F tier is wide open and needs this here.
Yeah.
Like it's so
Well,
forgettable.
no, it does have some purpose. I would say C tier. The jet gun is going straight F tier.
You'll have to tell me why. Ray Gun Mark II. I mean,
I got over the acid gat, I would say.
okay. So top would be
I'd say A tier.
okay. And
It's
I'll
killing panzers.
yeah, that's true. And Ray Gun, I guess we can have an ahead of because it can't be better than the original.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd say ray gun is B tier
It's Mark II
because the
for a
splash
reason.
damage is the only problem.
Oh my god, yeah. Uh,
We got the most zoomed out version of the sniper. I think that's the sniper off Call of the Dead.
I'm
The
glad.
baby sniper turns them into babies.
I'm
And you
glad you
kick them
could
when
tell
you
me.
run at them.
I'm glad you could tell me what it was. But yeah, okay.
That thing's really cool. I would say B tier. I don't know if I'd have it over Reagan Mark II, is why I won't put it any further.
So that's a
Squiggle
flamethrower of some
fire.
sort. Oh, okay.
That's off Die Rise. It's really OP for high rounds. And for that alone, I'm putting it A tier just because of how OP for killing zombies it is. It does kill zombies more than most weapons do at high rounds.
Okay.
It'll go into hundreds. Like, you must have it.
We're breaking into the staffs here, something you can definitely talk about. So we got the fire staff.
I'd say A tier for the fire. And then obviously ice tier, ice staff is S tier. Oh, that
That's
wasn't the zap guns earlier, I guess. I don't know what it is. We can just ignore it.
oh, I'm guessing that's the zap gun.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I just thought we had a bad picture. Anyways, lightning staff.
Staff.
I think you could place this one.
You know when a homie's using the ice staff, or as most
Mm,
people would call it, the spam staff. Uh,
yes, sir.
I mean, I would say it's probably one of the worser. I mean, it's good for like I don't know. It's hard for me to
Around
say.
50 is like where I'd stop using it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like top of B tier. I mean, it's definitely beating the ray gun.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh,
Now, wind staff, I don't know if you have any experience with it,
I've heard
but
you say it's
straight
horrible.
Straight D tier for me. I'd
Yeah,
rather have a regular weapon over it most of the time, unless it's early round.
yeah. So is this the jet gun?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you have it at?
FFF.
Why do you
It
have
breaks
D?
so long, like it don't last no time.
Really?
It's a very niche set of times when people use it. It's got infinite ammo. It's what the paralyzer is based off of, but it's so much worse.
Oh God.
It's
Well,
literally meant to be worse than the paralyzer.
that's horrible. What if the paralyzer's like a deconstructed version of the jet gun?
It's an advanced version that's a lot better.
uh,
Anyways, the Thunder Gun.
okay, so I know this is an
The
OG.
O the OG. Probably I got right with the Apothecary Servant for sure.
Dang, really?
That ain't it. You grabbed something else.
Oh, this is the Thunder Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me. I've never played these older CODs, zombies.
You missed out.
I know. So,
I got no clue what that is.
yeah, man, I feel like it might because the Colts wasn't a wonder weapon though. I want to say it's like the Colt that's been in pack punched. Like the from Buried, they added the Colt 1987s or whatever. Oh well, not worth.
I
It's
know
not.
what you're talking about. I don't think that's a wonder weapon though.
Yeah. So we got the original bow. Obviously, it's like, I mean, I would say D tier because it can't be above an upgraded
It
version.
really don't do much at past round 25. Like it's struggling at 20.
Yeah. I don't know what this is.
Wonderwaff. Oh my god, the OG. Yes, sir. Everyone knows you play into Reese. You going for the Wonderwaff. Give me that shit. I want that with my Galil or my HK.
All right, go off.
That's straight A tier, dog. I would almost go S tier, but I can't. The ice staff alone is superior to everything, in my opinion.
Yeah. Uh, so did you know what this was though?
No, it looks familiar, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I wish they would have added labels at the bottom. That would have been so much nicer. Uh,
Yeah, I wish we could have got a little bit of a nicer tier list because I feel like maybe we should do like a weapons one too. I feel like there's a lot of room for more tier lists on zombies. Maybe
yeah.
even zombie bosses. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, I could definitely look into it. There's a lot of tier lists
The
out there.
Panzer off Black Ops 3 eats every ammo I have for the MP40, like every bullet.
Dude, what about the Warden though on
Like at
Modern?
least the Black Ops 2 Panzer would die after I dump all my MP40 in them, but nah, not the Black Ops 3.
What about the dang Warden though? He's just as big as bullet sponge, and he ruins the box.
He ain't even that bad though.
He's just annoying, dude. He'll just be wrecking the boxes out of nowhere. Like he'll go spawn on the
The
other side of
only
the map.
time he's annoying is when you got a teammate who runs away from him.
Yeah, and he just destroys everything in his path.
You just
Imagine
let
if
him do everything.
imagine if he could close doors back so you had to reopen
Oh my
doors.
god.
That would have been the worst thing ever.
He's annoying for sure.
But yeah, I could look into that for sure. That would be a good one for. But we got a little bit of time left. I wanted to talk about party animals a little bit while we're just chilling here.
Yeah.
You know, we've been on that grind. We did a stream, but I had some messed up audio, so I had to take it down. So far, what do you think? I mean, we've put a couple hours in it, a couple or three.
Yeah, 2 or 3 maybe. We still haven't done everything, so still a
Rounds are
little
too
bit left on
short.
the table, but I think we got a pretty good idea of what the game's going to be like.
The variety of game modes leaves you kind of like that. That's where Gang Beasts got a little bit boring after a few hours.
Hey,
Is it's just
this
like,
reminds me of Fall Guys in that sense.
yes. It's kind of like Fall Guys and Party and Gang Beasts a little bit mixed together.
Pretty much, that's a really good way of describing it.
There is definitely one game mode that you didn't get to play that I literally just played before I started this. It's like the soccer game, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more going on. Like there's more goals to be had. That is something else that kind of sucks. The rounds are really short and like limited. But you know, a lot of people argue that's what Gang Beasts kind of sucked with, is it took forever to end a game.
Yeah, I would say if you're thinking of Gang Beasts 2.0, this is not that.
No, I agree with that.
That
Gang
doesn't
Beast.
mean this is bad though, or takes away any from this, because it is a good game. It's enjoyable. It's a lot more enjoyable than Fall Guys to me.
What would be neat to see if this pushed the developers at Coat Meat, I think the developers of Gang Beast to actually add more maps or release another game. I think this would
Yeah, I don't
definitely add
know
some
if they
pressure.
do that or not. I don't know if it's a real big team, or
I
I'd
don't
say
know.
not.
They added that boat map. Not, I think it was like last year or maybe like
Yeah,
so.
they still occasionally update it because people still play it a lot.
Yeah, especially on Xbox, but again on the Game Pass.
It's just a fun game to play, honestly.
Yeah, we were in desperate need of a new like party style game mode or game for everybody to be, especially the Game Pass too, so all the homies can get on. That's just so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, well that's all we have for you guys. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to check out our social medias and all that good stuff. This has been your outro. We will catch you guys in the next one.
Deuces.